What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a members stream. So this is strictly for members of the channel. Whether you're a silver or gold member, you should be able to comment as normal and appear on the show potentially as normal. Now, first and foremost, apologies. Work is full on at the moment. Just trying to get everything wrapped up before Christmas, and it's really just stepped up this week. But what I'm hoping is like next week, obviously everyone's going to be on Christmas holidays and stuff like that. So everyone will just chill and relax. So I'll do a lot more member streams over the course of next week. Also, it seems like everybody and their dad all of a sudden has a show. so trying to time these shows often are really, really difficult. So do bear with me. You'll just get sporadic shows as and when they pop up. Because what I'm sick of doing with you guys is promising I will do a member stream and then letting you guys down. I'd rather just do it and then you guys be like, "Ratted, he's actually done a stream." So yeah, that's kind of what I want to do moving forward. Anyway, we are where we are. This is a member stream to discuss Arsenal and to do a preview for Southampton. Lots of people have been asking me my views on Arsenal, my views on Edu, my reviews on Vinay. And let's just jump into it. Arsenal are in a lot of trouble. Currently, they are 15th in the league. And quite frankly, we need more than one win to get ourselves out of danger, really. I mean, I keep seeing people with titles saying are Arsenal in a relegation race. Not motherfuckers. We're in a relegation scrap. Whenever it takes you more than one win to get out of somewhere like 15th or 16th, you're in a relegation scrap. Simple as that. I never thought I would even think about Arsenal potentially going down. I knew that Arsenal would be in a situation where we'd be in trouble because we like to live on the edge of trouble. We have an owner that seems to be very detached from reality. As we already know, his first priority is not to win trophies. And seemingly what has happened over the past 2 years is he's put in a team that shares his ambition. I say that because we've got a number of reactions to our situation this week, really. Given that when Emre was in charge, our owners at the time, in all honesty, I suppose when you look back at it, reacted pretty quickly to the situation. And they realized that, okay, well, if players are not reacting to this guy, we need to get rid of him. In this particular situation, which actually seems worse, and we're in certainly more of a dire spot in terms of the league, it seems like ignorance is bliss, according to the owners. Because to me, I don't know why Edu responded first, but this was not the reaction that I wanted from Mr. Edu Gaspar. But this was his reaction, and it came last night, and I'm going to give you my honest reaction to it. Okay, Mikel is doing a great job. Let's pause on that for that second. He's doing really well here. Sorry, I had to pause that. He's doing really well here. He's doing really well here. Okay. I had to pause that one too. If we're not talking about patience with Mikel, it'd be very unfair for him because what a year we've faced. 3 months without football matches. A lot of things have changed in the club. He started and stopped. And when he gets started to get an understanding of all the squad, it stopped again. It'd be really unfair to Mikel to say something about that because the year was so challenging, everyone, and even more for Mikel, who had just arrived at the club. Eddie was speaking in front of journalists on Monday afternoon in a Zoom call. He urged those assessing Arteta's work to not be driven by results. Let's pause on that one for a second. Okay. If we start to see problems internally, if we don't believe in the players, oh gosh, this is really difficult to read for some reason. If we start to see the problems internally, if the players don't believe anymore, if the staff isn't good enough anymore, then I'll say, I'm a bit worried. But it is such an unfair situation right now because the way I see things every day, everything is right. It's strange to say because the results are not coming. But I see properly the way Mikel is working. I want people to understand what we're doing. We're in the process of having a beautiful future. Then he goes to me, then it's not about Mikel, it's not about Edu or Mikel, it's about stability. Now is the time we have to be a stable club. Let's pause on that for a second. 15th, he's talking about stable club. Okay. In the old sense, externally and internally, we need that. Since we arrived here, we have been changing and changing and changing. And now it's about being stable and being together at this time. So obviously, you say to yourself, all right, if this is the route you're going to go down, then surely you're going to be looking to strengthen in January. Pretty reasonable question. We're 15th, Eddie. We're not there by accident. So if you're then saying that it's not the manager's fault, then surely it has something to do with the quality of the squad. That would be the fair assumption, right? This was his response to that. Why do people expect us to go and boom, come here Messi? Let's pause on that one for a sec. Don't know if anyone actually asked for Messi, but okay. No, it depends on us. We'll try and do something, but listen, we have the responsibility to change it. Don't wait for someone outside to come inside and be a magician, because that is not going to happen. If you can sign 20 players, which we're not going to do, let's pause on that one for a sec because we probably need that. That's not going to work anyway. So the main thing for me is that we as a club have to understand our problem, which you clearly don't, Edu. All right. I can't be asked to continue to read it. I know that he also has some support from Pep, which if you're Pep, I mean, why would you not support the situation that's happening right now? One less rival to deal with. So it's like, all right, whatever. In my personal opinion, Edu, you're an idiot. Straight up. Listen, I'm aware that not everybody thinks the way I think when it comes to Mikel Arteta. Yes, believe it or not, you still have people that believe that this guy can dig us out of this hole. You know, and I get that. But even those people will believe that statement was stupid. If that was a statement to get the fans on side, then that never worked. Because it looked like a deluded statement. It looked like someone that had not embraced the reality of the fact that, first of all, we're 15th, Edu. It's not like we're 10th. It's not like we're 8th. It's not like we're 11th. We're 15th. We're in a situation where we can win, and the highest we go is 14th. That's the situation that we're very realistically in. At Christmas as well, which is usually the moment where people tell us not to overreact. Let's look again at Christmas. So the idea that this guy says is basically treating it like, people who are suggesting that Mikel Arteta should get with the program because he's not had the easiest year. Not motherfuckers. No one has had an easy year. No one has had an easy year. No one. But if you are flat out underperforming, if you are flat out making mistakes, if you are flat out not learning from said mistakes, then quite frankly, difficult year or no difficult year, you deserve to go. This is just the reality of business. This is the reality of football business. And this idea that, you shouldn't judge Mikel Arteta on results. So what should we be judging him on? Because it can't be the style of football. It ain't the results, apparently. So what are we judging him on? His decision making. The fact that the club invested 30 million on a player that he has no interest in even giving an opportunity to. The fact that he spent the better part of 3 months negotiating with a 34-year-old defender only to fall out with him 6 months later, mysteriously. And why is it that Mikel Arteta seemingly is always falling out of players? Blimey, you're 37. The one advantage you should have as a 37, 38-year-old coach is that you are damn near the ages of these guys. Find some sort of thing in common with them so that you can get the best out of them. Look, listen, for me, you guys know I'm a big critic of Mesut Ozil, massive critic of him over the years. I have been. It's just one of them guys where, he's not one of them guys who I'm certainly not subscribed to this idea that Mesut Ozil would rescue us out of this situation, right? But I must admit, seeing what happened last year to Emre, where he left Mesut Ozil out, and let's face it, that was one of the reasons why that dressing room turned on him. You play the game a little bit. Surely he's worth one of them 25, those 25 spots. The other thing you don't do is you don't go and buy a 32-year-old who, even in his prime, weren't that good. There are odd decisions that have been made, Mikel. These are not circumstances. These are not things that have happened because of Corona. This is you, my bro. This is you. And we're so fucked. It occurred to me the other day that, oh shit, you know what they've done? They've built this club around him. They've built this club around him. You got Edu Gaspar, right? Don't think ever actually played with Mikel Arteta, but basically played in the same position, and they've clearly hit it off in such a way where Edu ain't going to ever have the fucking bollocks to sack him. You got Vinay, who doesn't know what time of the day it is. Let's be real. Not a footballing guy. He's all about his business. Barely a business guy. That's just the problem when you don't have footballing people in there. The one footballing person that you did have in there before was paying himself out of deals, and that was Raul Sanheli, allegedly. Let's put that on there, right? So you don't have any footballing people in there. They quietly sacked all these bunch of people, all people that I'm sure would have objected to this situation right now. You guys, we're fucked. We are. Who's going to sack him? When I really thought about it, this is why I keep arguing with Lee. Like my man's convinced he's going in a couple of weeks' time. Let me ask you guys a question that's convinced he's going that imminently. Who's sacking him? Who? Vinny, I don't know what time of the day it is. Edu is his best buddy. Who else? What, Mr. Be Excited? Please. You don't know what time of the day it is. Quietly, slowly but surely, they built this club around him. And I should have been suspicious from the moment that all of a sudden they got rid of this coach title and they made him a manager. All of a sudden, after what? Since Arsene Wenger days, they've been planning with this coach title. Then all of a sudden they do away with it. After what? Because he won the FA Cup. Oh. I just thought, wow, we're actually fucked. we are fucked. Like, we're fucked. Because you got a striker that's not interested anymore. Clearly, the Arsenal novelty is gone. He's no longer smiling. He's no longer scoring goals. The guy clearly ain't happy. Lacazette actually looks like he's trying, but I actually think he's more interested in putting himself in a shop window than anything else. And quite frankly, that suits me just fine. This is how stupid our situation is. You know, I wouldn't blame Pepe. I've seen people blame Pepe for the whole Instagram incident between Saliba and Guendouzi. I don't really get that. Pepe was a bystander in that one. Then you've got your Saliba, who clearly he's had enough. He don't give two fucks no more. He just wants to leave. He wants to leave and go anywhere else and show how good he is. You got Guendouzi, who is laughing his head off because he's probably loving life in Germany. You got Granit Xhaka, who I guarantee you has not learned his lesson at all. I was listening to Mikel Arteta's pre-press conference before work today, right? And I was thinking to myself, I'm hoping that at some point during this, I would hear that Granit Xhaka has apologized to the team, or that there's been some sort of remorseful action. Remember the way he left Pepe to hang and dry, unnecessarily so, right? I've seen people, right? I'm not going to mention names. You figure it out. I've seen people arrogantly come out and pompously come out and say shit like, oh, well, do you think that he's really going to make the same mistake twice by criticizing the two players back to back? What, you mean the geezer that never seems to learn his lesson on a week-to-week basis when it comes to picking players? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he have his favorites? Why wouldn't he criticize two people that he didn't like back to back? Why wouldn't he? I couldn't believe that comment. I was watching the show. I was like, are you kidding me? We've been talking this for how long over this show about the way that this guy never seems to learn his lesson. Why would he not? Why would he not treat the exact same situation differently if one of them was his favorites? And we all know which one of those two are his favorites. It damn sure ain't Nicolas Pepe. Why wouldn't he? Instead, he gave some stupid half-ass answer of, oh, well, I will speak to Granit in my own time or some bullshit. Clearly, the guy has not apologized. Probably, the motherfucker probably just got on with it, dressed up, bounced in the same way, went on the same coach, didn't do shit. The guy is oblivious. This is the same dickhead that 4 or 5 weeks ago, they were trying to sell me on the idea of him being captain. Come on. Our team is riddled with problems. Riddled. And on top of all of it, we're now 15th. We're 15th. I'm so gutted. I'm so upset. I'm so upset that actually now when Arsenal lose a game, if you notice on watch-alongs, I'm just like, because these days I'm expecting it. These days I'm expecting it. Do you know? Doesn't even register anymore. Does not even register anymore. You know, when you know, it's almost like having a girl that you know deep down that you don't really love her anymore, but you're in that situation for being in that situation. So now when she lets you down, you don't even mean anything anymore. Just you're numb to it. Like, it is what it is. And you don't know really how to fix it, because from the top to the bottom, it's just is just poison. Every end of it, every section of it is poison. You got people who don't know what they're doing at the very top. You got kids that are humiliating us on Instagram at the bottom. And all the while, there seems to be a simple solution to you, but no one seems to be able to take that final step. And that for me is the most disappointing aspect of the whole thing. It's just no one seems to be able to say, you know what, let me stand the fuck up. Let me do something. Let me take the scruff by the neck. Let me change something about this club. Instead, you're hoping that an arrogant Mikel Arteta will mature enough to be able to see through some of the stupid decisions he makes in order to come to the correct conclusion. Oh, anyway, it is what it is. I'm at that point now where I'm just kind of just shrugging my shoulders as to whatever. But what I want to do now with you guys is I want to show you my team ahead of Southampton. A team that are, I'll tell you what, they're a selling club, but they're a club that seem to have their shit together. They came to a conclusion what type of club they were a long time ago, but they employed an excellent coach, a coach I wouldn't mind having for Arsenal, quite honestly. A coach that believes in their youth setup. Why wouldn't they not believe in their youth setup? Southampton, for years, have been producing excellent domestic players. For years. And they promoted a coach that believes in that team. And I think it's going to be really difficult because we're playing a team where, quite frankly, I think they've got one of the best central midfielders in the league when it comes to Ward-Prowse. I think Ward-Prowse is an excellent, excellent player. Honestly, I think he's so good, and in a lot of ways is still so underrated. Not to mention that you've got your usual threats and your Danny Ings and your people like that around them. They're well organized. They play brilliant football. They're youthful. They're energetic. They're passionate, and they're doing well. They're doing well. I ain't gonna lie. I've got loads of Southampton players in my work fantasy football team. Got loads of them. They're doing well. They're killing it. I'm proud of them in a way. Not to mention that we struggle on a good day to beat Southampton. On a good day, when we're playing well, Southampton are a bogey team for us, away from home or at home. Generally speaking, at home, we tend to draw with them. Generally speaking. The occasional win here and there, and it'll be a tight one, or it'll be a draw. Best believe when we play them away, and it's around Christmas, more often than not, it tends to be a loss. Now, I get that this year, we seem to be playing them the other way around. We seem to be playing them at the end of January in Southampton, and at home, obviously, tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. I think that the best that we can hope for is a battling draw, and that is, that for me, wholesale changes need to happen. And the only reason that we might be able to get away with a draw is because his beloved Hector Bellerin and his beloved Granit Xhaka won't be there because of fucking suspensions, because they're both idiots. So let's look into this side and see what we can decide. Then what I want from you guys is, I don't necessarily want us to discuss Arsenal's plight this season, because I need to I need to go to work. I need to do a couple of other things. I'm gonna, like I say, over the next week or so, I'm gonna be having a lot more member streams. So anyone that doesn't get on tonight, you will get on at some point. But what I want is one other person to give an alternative team that they would play against Southampton tomorrow. That's all I want. I don't necessarily want, oh, but Chig, let me just say this. Oh, but Chig, let me say, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. I want just a very simple side of what Arsenal side that they would play tomorrow against Southampton to hopefully avoid getting slapped. So if this is not the show that you necessarily want to go on, that's great. No problem. We've got plenty of time. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I won't be doing a member stream. Friday, I will be. Oh, no. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, I won't be. Saturday, I won't be. Sunday, I will be. So we can catch up again on Sunday. And then obviously next week, it'll be a lot easier. Work with a calm down. And I can do a lot more membership streams next week. But what I want is literally one other person to just go through their team and describe what team that they would have against Southampton tomorrow night and why. In the meantime, let me show you my hopeful 1 to 11, just so we can break it on down. All right. So let's see if we can do that here. Yeah. See my mug? No. I'm an idiot. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Put up the wrong site. All right. So this is my hopeful 1 to 11 that I would play against Southampton. And we're going to talk through it very, very briefly so you guys can understand why I picked what I picked. I'm going to go with Bernd Leno up top. I just trust him more than Runnison. That's it. That's purely the only reason. I still don't have a lot of faith in this Runnison cat. I still think he's going to let us down in a very bad way. But until he does, let's just go with Leno to be safe. On the right-hand side, I'm going with Cedric. Cedric, I must confess, over this barren run that we've had, or maybe it's just the fact that Hector Bellerin is extra shit. But actually, he's not done too badly, Cedric. And yeah, I'd have him. I'd have him in that position. And the reason being is because I would not have Ainsley Maitland-Niles in that slot. You guys could already see where I'd have Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So I'd have him. So I'd have Cedric as right back. Yes, I'm calling Saliba down. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The only reason I had to think about this was the messaging it sends. So I don't like what he did. And that's the only reason why I may consider leaving him out for, say, someone like a Pablo Mari. But I've decided to go with Saliba just because, in my mind, if I'm trying to, if I'm Mikel Arteta, right, let's try this. Let's give the fans something that they actually want to see how well it works together, So I'll say to Saliba, okay, I can still call you technically. You don't need to be in my 25-man squad for me to not be able to call you. So I'm going to call you. And let's see if you are as good as you think you are. And I'll play him with his ideal partner, which is Saliba. Probably one of our very, very few shining beams of light this year. On the left-hand side, I'm going with Kieran Tierney. For me, the only person that actually came out and gave an apology gave a worthy apology. Fair play to him. The only person in this situation, other than Gabriel, because I saw Gabriel's one, other than Gabriel, that gave some sort of worthwhile apology to us as fans of this fucking club. Then I've gone with Ainsley Maitland-Niles because why the hell not? Why not? Drop some of these people. Tobias doesn't deserve his place, and Lene does not deserve his place in this side. So go and put the kid in. Go and put Ainsley Maitland-Niles in. Because quite frankly, it don't get much worse. We may as well try. Willock, quite frankly, has had pretty good days whenever he's played in midweek. So play him. Play him next to one of literally his best friends in Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Play him with him. What's the worst that can happen? What honestly is the worst that can happen? Other than you have two energetic young guys that might be able to manage the energy out of Southampton. On the right-hand side, I've gone with Nelson. Now, before someone says it, yes, I know I could have gone with Pepe. And it was only after I did this I remembered that Pepe was available, to be honest. So for that reason, just pretend that says Pepe. All right? So I've gone with Pepe. On the left-hand side, I've gone with Bukayo Saka. Some people thought I was being a bit harsh over the weekend when I said I didn't think he was that good. What you misheard me say was I didn't think he was that good, but I still thought he was one of our better performers. That is how badly we played over the weekend, in my personal opinion. I've gone with Emile Smith-Rowe as the number 10. Now, obviously, there's an argument that could be made that, all right, well, if Nelson's not on the right-hand side, so obviously I've now changed this to, might as well just to avoid confusing people, I've now changed this to Pepe. So does that not leave room for Nelson? No, not in this particular instance. I'm going with Emile Smith-Rowe. I think he's played well since injury. And I think why not continue playing him? And then I've gone with Balogun. That's right. Fuck Aubameyang. Fuck a Lacazette. Fucking Eddie Nketiah. I've gone with Balogun. Because quite frankly, if I am Florian Balogun, I get it. I get it, people. He's got a bit of a weird contract situation. But at some point, we must have always known about this contract situation. We've always known about it. And he's been playing games. So clearly somebody has said something along the way of, listen, if I start to play more, I am much more likely to consider signing a new deal. The guy gets man of the fucking match in the last game. Man of the match. And he got told, I'm leaving you at home. You know the best way to rectify that? Start him. You know the biggest fuck you that you can give to the rest of that team? We don't need you. You sit on the bench. Start Balogun. Because I'll tell you one thing, he's given more effort than an Aubameyang. You know, I always used to laugh at someone like Zach, right? I love Zach because that guy has the utmost belief in these youngsters, right? And I always used to laugh whenever he used to say, you know, he would start Balogun this, he would start Balogun that. But I was watching Aubameyang in the weekend and I thought to myself, what would Balogun do that Aubameyang is not doing in this situation? Because I guarantee you, Balogun is going to be trying more. Fuck. Let's not stop. You know, we as fans also need to stop doing this. We need to stop saying to ourselves, oh, well, you know, it's Aubameyang. How can you drop Aubameyang? If Aubameyang ain't playing well, drop his punk ass. The one that you can make a slight case for is Lacazette. Because I do think Lacazette actually looks like the only one of the three that seems to be showing any kind of signs of life. But you know what? You're not also not scoring, so I don't give two shits. And Eddie and Nketiah, I was just like, oh, come on, guys. Let's go with Balogun. Let's go with him. Heck, in all of this, you can even make a play for Gabriel Martinelli. The only reason I've not started him is because I think this is going to be a real intense, difficult game. And I don't want to put any more strain on a dodgy injury, quite frankly. But I'd be tempted to put Gabriel Martinelli. Absolutely. I think if you were to play this team, we may be able to get away with a 1-1 scoreline. Notice I've not said win because I am most definitely not confident of any kind of Arsenal win over Southampton. On a good day is our bogey team. So you guys let me know what you think. Is there anyone that I mean it, guys. Listen, I'm not going to be here forever. So is there anyone that literally wants to pop on, tell me what team they play ahead of tomorrow, and then I'm literally going to wrap up. Neftali, thank you, my brother. Thank you. I'm trying to keep it a contained one. Plus, I've done the sign of a cross because we probably need it. Thank you, brother. Big up to you, Epic, for re-signing. Thank you, my guy. I'll tell you what, purely because I've not had Epic on before. Oh. I'll tell you what. Purely because I made him the promise last time that I'd have him on next time. Mr. Sayet, I'll get Sayet on. But Sayet, brother, this can't be one of your usual things. We'll have a longer discussion next time. But this time I need it to be quick. And it's only because you have a few people that want you on as well. So, and I did promise you last time that I'd have you on. So, sorry, Epic. Literally Sunday, I'll have a few other people on. But I think for today, let me just get King Sayet on, and then we'll shut it down together. Because I remember when Sayet was having some internet issues, so I said to him, "Don't worry, next time I'll have you on." So, all right. And Max, on Sunday, you better be around. Because me and you, we got some shit to settle. Mr. Arsenal are going to win the league. Mr. I'll donate X amount to your channel. Mr. You got a lot to talk about. So don't think that I don't see you, Max. We just got a longer discussion to have. that's the only reason you ain't on right now. We got a longer discussion to have. We need to talk about your boy and being 15th. So yes, so Max, believe me, I see you. All right. Okay, so I'm just bringing my man on now. 2 sets. Go through your Insta, okay? So hopefully you can pick that up. Pick that up and come through. And we're good to go. This is class now. I look out forward to say hello. All right. 2 sets. Could see Mr. Sayat in the lobby. I don't know. Do you know what I mean, Daniel? Honestly, do you know what I mean? I said that to Lee the other day. I said to Lee, you know what? Whenever you remind me that, whenever you do your little shout outs for the watch along, I'm like, there used to be a time where I used to be like, oh yeah, it's Arsenal. I can't wait to watch Arsenal. Now I'm just like, do you know what? I'm just gonna retweet this still. Mr. Sayat, come on, brother. Come on. You won? Says your devices aren't connected. Says your devices are not connected. Let's hope you do not book yourself up. No, I won't. I'll be ready. It'll be Saturday. I'll tell you what, it'll be Saturday. It'll be Saturday that I'll do my next big watch along. Because I just realized Sunday we'll end up playing football, won't we? So Saturday, I'll make sure we'll do a next big watch along. I'm not doing anything on Saturday. Obviously, we're in tier 3 now, for anyone who doesn't know. So literally, we're just trying to. I'm literally just trying to stay on lockdown as much as possible, so that come Christmas, I ain't giving my mum any weird, crappy disease. So yeah. So Saturday. Say it, brother. One more minute, man. One more minute, and I'll get Epic in on. Because I don't know why your thing's not working. I'm always prepared for a lead rant. Always. My bro, come on now. Epic, what are you on? You on Insta? Are you on Twitter? I've now got 2 king sites in the lobby. Both of them say device is not connected. Oh, did it not? Did it not, Max? Okay. All right. But what did you say though? That's what I want to know. What did you say? There you go. Finally. Took you long enough. What's up?
Sorry, guys. I'm good. How you doing, bro? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. But just been dealing with illness, basically. That's the main thing. Still not quite over it, but I figured now
you need to sort that out.
Huh?
You need to sort your illness out.
Bruh, I'm trying, working with docs. Yeah. I had a blood test on Monday. Still ain't had any results back for that yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually in Gambia now. I've been here for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't stay in UK anymore. I was done with the lockdown.
You went to Gambia, man. Oh, is that where you're originally?
Yeah. That's where my parents are from. They were born here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be here probably until we have to be back in the office because I just work from home. So.
Do you know what? I might say that to my mum, you know. I might just say to my mum, listen, mum, we got because I've got a house in Nigeria.
Yeah,
you see keys and stuff for it. I might just say to her, give me the keys for that thing. So you fly out
one
there,
of the
get some hot water down me, man. Forget this.
Forget this lockdown, this raining stuff, all this cold weather, man.
Get some hot water down me, man. Forget this. I could do a league. I'll go to Nigeria.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. You could probably do an Arsenal thing there in Nigeria. You got a big fan base there.
Yeah. I would love to do that as well. I'd love to do that. But
regarding Regarding the team, I'm not gonna speak about Edu,
Yes,
Vinay, and
I
Mikel.
know
I
you will
leave
go
that
on
for Sunday.
you will go on
Oh my God,
you
my
will go on
heart
a spiral.
today. Oh my God, these clowns! I just want to kill them. But anyway,
But
moving
go on,
forward to the game,
talk to me.
because we only have one goalkeeper. Because I don't rate Brunnerson as a goalkeeper, man.
Nah.
Imagine if he stand beside Martinez. Imagine the difference in length and size.
I mean, for me, I worry whenever someone tells you, "Oh, Arsenal just bought the worst keeper in that league."
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't fulfill you with confidence.
But that's
So,
typical Arsenal, isn't it?
huh?
That's typical Arsenal.
I just exactly.
We
It's
don't buy
exactly.
players on merits anymore. You're telling me that Cedric and Marie were the best defenders we could find out there? Come on.
Exactly. For me, I'm done bitching about this type of stuff. I'm at the point now where I'm just like, okay, because I'm actually at the point where I think like they're trying to sabotage us. Because how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can say, and listen, I'm already going on a tangent, but how you can wake up today, see Arsenal are 15th, and then tell me that Mikel Arteta is doing a good job. Even as much as I'd like to give Max credit, I'd like to give Max stick in the chat room. Shout out to him, 2D shifts, right? And even he would not come out with such a clown statement like that
Nah,
today.
it,
Because you
it,
can't. I don't care how enthusiastic you are. You can't. You can't say that. You can't say that to people. You can't say to
nah, nah,
people he's
nah.
doing a perfect job. In what
I mean,
respect?
he's a prick.
In what respect?
He's a prick. And it just tells you how much they care. They don't care. It's all about their name. It's all about making money, looking good, talking good. They don't care about what's happening on the field. Man, if he cared, he would be pissed now. He would say, you know what? This isn't good enough. We're still backing Arteta, but this is not good enough. And he has to turn it around. That's it.
Exactly.
Simple.
Do you know what?
Simple.
That's what I was expecting him to say. What I was expecting him to say was, that we share all of your concerns, and obviously, 15th in the league is completely unacceptable. We still have retain and belief in Mikel Arteta that he'll be able to turn it around, and we're prepared to give him the time to do so. It's not what I want to hear, but at least it doesn't give him basically free reign to do what he wants.
Yeah,
It just Edge's comment just looks so deluded.
yeah, he does.
Job.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
But forget
Anyway,
about this clown for tonight.
yes.
I mean,
Like
my
Bertrand said,
team.
like Bertrand just said, rightly says. Let's talk about your team. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. I would start with Leno in goal, obviously. It's the only
Oh,
choice. We just have to pray he don't get injured, because if he does, we could get relegated, honestly.
mm.
With Runnison in goal, I don't trust that at all. At all. I would also pick Cedric as right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he deserves a start. For me, and this is the problem that I have with Arteta, when someone is in form, when someone is performing, you play them.
Exactly.
You play them.
Mm.
And then I would play Chambers. I would play Chambers. I would play Gabriel.
Is that
And I
African
would
champion?
play Tierney.
You play Chambers. Who else?
Yeah.
You did Chambers. Who else? You got Phil.
Chambers and Gabriel and Tierney.
Chambers, Gabriel, Tierney. Okay.
Yeah. And I would play Ainsley,
Mm-hmm.
El Nani, and Willock.
Okay. I like. Strong.
Against Saka and Pepe. That's my team.
So no Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah. I have him on the bench, second half.
Okay. And who up top, by the way?
Balogun, of course.
You'd have Balogun as well. Ah, interesting. Oh, he's gone now. I'm surprised he's going with Balogun up top. I know when I went with Balogun up top, it probably surprised people. I went with Balogun up top just because I feel like none of our strikers are scoring. So why not put in the guy that's scoring? It's kind of like, to me, that's not a shock. We have 4 strikers supposedly in our squad. 3 of them are not scoring. All right, maybe you can make an argument that Eddie is, to be fair. Maybe you can make that argument. But, you know, at least 2 of them are not scoring. So why not put in the one that seems to be scoring and seems to be taking his goals confidently, well, playing well? Let's see what the kid has. Now, admittedly, the problem you do have is that you're in such a precarious position with Balogun. It's like, unless you actually have some sort of understanding with him, are we essentially strengthening the market for him? That's the problem we have, because we can't manage any situation properly. But I'm hoping that because he's been playing football, Arsenal have some sort of long-term plan for him. So let's see what happens. But yeah, sorry to lose Sayat so quickly. I knew I said quickly. I didn't mean that quickly. But there you go. There's that Gambian internet. But no worries. I'm sure Saturday, come Saturday, when it's about 7 o'clock, and I'm just sick of Arsenal, and I want you lot to talk to. I'm sure he'll be about. So I'm gonna give him a call then. Epic, I promise you, it'll be my first call in. I know you've been after being on the show for some time. So Epic, you'll be my first guy in, and I'm reserving a place for Max, because I want Max front and center to answer some of the allegations that he had on the start of the season. And yes, so do not miss out. On Saturday will be my next member stream. Like I say, I want to do this particularly over the holidays. I want to do the member stream 2 to 3 times this week, just to make up for not doing it for the last 6 weeks or so. All right. But thank you so much to all of you that are members, because you know it supports the show. It's what pays the bills. It's what pays the internet bill. It's what, allows me to be able to invest in things like the thing I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm looking for people to build, what's it called? Thumbnails, which I know sounds like a minor thing, but actually I've seen how effective it is. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do. Big up to every single one of you lot that watched my review with Lee, where we got 29,000 people viewing that video. That is my highest ever viewed video. So thank you so much for watching that. It's a shame it wasn't under better circumstances, but it was my highest viewed video. So thank you so much for that. And let's just continue building this thing, man. We're over 10.5K in terms of subscribers, which is great. I want to see if I can sneakily hit 11,000 before the year's out. That'll be great. So let's continue building. And yeah, just lots of new changes are coming next year, because what I've realized very quickly about the channel, to get it to where I want to be, I need to reinvest. So I'm going to reinvest as much as possible. So you guys are key to that. So make sure you continue doing that. Thank you to all of my donators today. And just the one last one from the Relentless Gooner, who donated, saying big up, I love the content, bro. I appreciate that, my guy. I appreciate that. All right. I am out of here. In the meantime, take care. Enjoy your evening. Back on Saturday, 7 p.m. Short of me just absolutely feeling shitty, I promise you that stream will go ahead. So short of me being like, oh my gosh, I will promise you that stream will go ahead. Because I know I owe you guys a lot of these. So yes, I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy your evening. Take care. Peace.